Interviewers expect you to know these three algorithms for distribution of load, so let's fix that. So suppose you have an application that is getting a lot of traffic and one server is not able to accommodate that. So you spin up more servers and distribute the load among them using a load balancer. But how would you decide which request goes to which server? Well, there are some algorithms that help us decide that. This is enough to shift series where I talk about backend stuff every day. First is round robin. It is really simple. It distributes a request in a circular fashion. For example, first request goes to server 1, then next to server 2, and then next to server 3. But the problem with this is, what if your servers are not identical? For example, one is of 16 GB RAM and the other is of 4 GB RAM, but you are treating them as equal. Well, here comes this weighted round robin. Over here, we give a weight to the server. For example, for a 16 GB server, we'll give it a weight, suppose 4. For a 8 GB, we'll give it a 2. And for a 4 GB, we will give it a 1. So now the request will assume that there are 4 servers of server 1, 2 servers of server 2, and 1 server of server 3. Now the first 4 requests goes to server 1, the next 2 to server 2, and the next to server 3. This is fine until your operations are similar. For example, in your application, some operation takes a lot of time. For example, generating a report, and perhaps one server is stuck at it, but you are still sending requests to it. Well, that is solved using the third algorithm, which is least connection. Over here, we send the request to the server having the least connection open, means which is the least busy. So you distribute the uneven load wisely. Well, these were kind of stateless. But what about your server is storing your session data also? For that, we have another algorithm, and I have put it in the pinned comment. So do give it a read. Thank you. Bye bye. Ciao.